Hare Krishna, welcome. Now the sloka time for 13th chapter, 21st sloka.
कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे हेतुः प्रकृतिरुच्यते पुरुषः सुखदुःखानां भोक्तृत्वे हेतुरुच्यते.
Let us now together enjoy the explanations by Lord Krishna of body, the field, and the knower of the field. This is the chapter, subject of this chapter, and Krishna is giving wonderful explanations, sloka after sloka. Here he says, the nature is said to be the cause of all material activities and effects, whereas the living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments in this world. Now, it needs a bit of concentration. Nature means material nature. Material nature means Maya. Maya means that which is not there. That is, Maya has got three gunas. Three gunas are Sattva guna, Rajo guna, and this Tamasa guna. This guna has got another meaning in Sanskrit, that is rope. So, see how the meanings have become compatible to each other. Same word, two meanings, and they both are talking about the same subject. Say for example, in this case, three gunas are controlling the person. That means a person is bound by these three gunas only. He cannot do anything outside of these three gunas. So that is a binding. And guna is binding. Guna, the rope also is binding. There, it's binding. So that is the reason nature, it is told that nature is the cause of all material activities. When you do an activity, there is an effect. So that material activity and the effects are all because of the nature. The living entity is the cause of various sufferings and enjoyments. Whereas we have seen that earlier, we have told that living entity is nothing more than a battery, source of power. It doesn't go and do any job and comes back. No. So, living entity is the cause of various sufferings means this living entity has been there earlier in the Purva Janma, earlier Janmas, many more Janmas, and in that Janma, that living entity, the soul, was in a particular body. In every Janma, that is happening. It is in a particular body. So, who is causing the work? Because of that body coming, the soul coming inside the body, some work is done. That is the cause of suffering and enjoyment. But it is said that it is the living entity is the cause of that suffering. Then the question came, how is he the cause? Because here he is doing as per the nature only. Nature, if you earlier also we were told, if a soul is put inside a dog, it starts barking. Like that, any body it is put in, that body's action is automatically done. So then how living entity is responsible? Because it acts as per the nature. Living entity does not come with the idea, I must bark today, I will enter the dog and I will bark. No, it doesn't have any such knowledge. So somebody else is always doing the job to be carried out by the living entity. So the real meaning of the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyment in this world is the living entity, means soul, means the same soul in the earlier Janmas, it has been in that body, the respective body, and did some action. And the cause, that action is the cause, the result is the reactions. That they are carried out in this Janma, and so the sufferings and enjoyments are originally done by the living entity. So, all the sufferings and enjoyments accrue, we have to attribute to the, or apportion to the soul only. We must be remembering all these are all because of our Purva Janma reactions. Now, the cause of sufferings, we have joke. Suguna excitedly comes to the house, and Keshav is sitting. He says, Keshav, you know what happened? A pedestrian came and hit my car. Then Keshav naturally asked, was he fast? Were you fast? He said, no, he was fast. Imagine, a pedestrian faster than the car coming and hitting a car. Then what happened? He went under my car. So, is it not funny that a lady who has hit a pedestrian, put him below the car, the car went above him, not necessarily killing him, and she calls it a pedestrian hit my car and he went under my car, as if his own free will he has gone under the car. Hare Krishna.